Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jamia's Promo, and today we'll be talking about the top 10 best features that's on the Samsung Galaxy S21 series. Today will be shown with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now the first feature that we have to jump into will be inside of the camera, just because the camera is phenomenal when it comes down to the Galaxy S21 series. And the first one that we'll talk about is Director's View. So really, Director's View is just that. It is a director's view of all of the lenses, and everything is live, just so in this way you can see exactly what you would like to capture at that moment as you are hitting that record button. You can view it as a single view here. You can also switch it inside of split, so you can record the front facing and the rear facing camera at the exact same time. And then inside of here, you can do picture in picture. You can also move this around and then flip flop the cameras as needed. So if you're looking to do something new with your camera recording, you want to record with the front and the rear at the same time, you want to take a look at all of your camera sensors at also, again, the exact same time. Director's View is something to definitely take a look at. Now the second feature I do want to show you is also still inside of the camera, and that is going over inside of Pro Video. So Pro Video gives you so many different tools. On the very top, you can switch a bunch of the different recording options between Ultra HD 60 frames per second. You also have 30. You can go all the way down to Full HD 120. You can do 8K at 24 frames per second. You can also go through and you can change your recording audio. So if you would like to record with the front facing, rear facing microphones at the exact same time, you have Omni going in all directions. And if you only really solely want to focus on the person in front of you, it'll use the microphones behind the phone itself. So this way you can see your audio levels over here. You can see the left and the right. On the very top right hand side, you can turn on or off your histogram. So this way you can make sure everything is level and nothing is being totally blown out with too much light or whites. Now, thirdly, we have to talk about the S Pen. This is the first Galaxy S series phone that has S Pen support, something that is only usually available on the Galaxy Note series. When you tap on the screen, that is what brings you up with your Air command. You can go through, screen write notes, do so many different things. Again, you'll be able to go inside of your settings. As you scroll down, this is where you go into the settings for your S Pen. So inside of the advanced features, tap on S Pen right here. You can either have it on or off. If you feel that it could save a little bit more battery, you can turn this off, so it's not always looking for S Pen to touch the screen or pressing of the button, things like that. But this is where you have your settings for the screen off memo, creating notes with the pen button, Air View, show pointer when hovering. Here's all your shortcuts that will pop up with the Air command over here, showing the floating icon, turning it on and off. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with your S Pen. There's even down here underneath general tips for using your S Pen, but this right here has to be the third best feature after the camera, because originally when you first talk about the Galaxy S21 series, you're talking about the camera, then you're going to talk about that S Pen support. So really, those are the two big main focuses of the Galaxy S21 that most people talk about, is the amazing camera and then the S Pen support on the Ultra version. Now there's a bunch of other things that we will be covering here in just a second, but let's first pay some bills and let's take a look at today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes, topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. And also, Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 of you, yes, the first 1,000 subscribers, to click the link below the video inside the description to get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. So heading over to my watch history page, you can see there's quite a few of these classes that I still need to finish, and that's one of the nice things about Skillshare, is that it's really at your own pace, your own time. But a couple that I would highly suggest to you guys is, if you're looking at getting into photography, film, YouTube, even Fiverr, or getting into podcasting, here's a few that's on my page. So the first one was Sorel Amore. She had a really nice class talking about YouTube success, building an authentic channel that's worth the follow. And really, there's a few points in this class here that I took, and I'm moving it over into this channel here. Also too, you have MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee, the YouTube success, doing the script, shoot and edit with MKBHD. So anybody into YouTube, definitely take a look at that class right there. And then getting into podcasting, I started one but never finished it. I'm hoping that this class here will definitely push me and motivate me to do more and more podcasting. So don't forget to click the link below the video inside the description if you want to take a look at Skillshare, because the first 1,000 of you to click that link would be able to get a free trial of the premium membership. Now, the fourth feature I want to talk about today is more or less a setting, but what you're able to do is once you go inside of the settings, you go inside of display, and then underneath display, this is where you can make sure that you have your motion smoothness set to adaptive. And then what it does allow you to have here on the Galaxy S21 Ultra is the screen resolution being at the WQHD+. So here we are, full WQHD+ resolution at its max, along with that motion smoothness, so you can have it all the way up to 120 Hertz rather than just 60 Hertz. The next feature I want to cover is one that not many people play with, and I highly suggest that if you have not played with it yet, get into it. It's actually a lot of fun, and it creates a lot of cool GIFs you can make, a lot of really cool stickers, and that is the updated AR Emoji Studio. Now, with the AR Emoji Studio, once you create yourself, make it look like you, it's getting super accurate these days. A bunch of different new customizations you're able to do. You can also create new videos. You can set up a call screen, so this way you can have your person dancing as somebody is calling you. It's actually really fun. And then as well as a brand new lock screen. So this way, if you want to have a lock screen video of you coming up, tapping on the screen, dancing, doing a whole bunch of things, it's actually quite fun to play with. You can take a look at all of the new stickers, and you can also get some new emojis as well. When you go through some of these things here, if you go to create video, a lot of these, again, you can set these ones, for your lock screen. You can set them up for your call screen. So if anybody was to call you, I'm just going to turn this down. So then this way you can set up really any of these things here. And it looks like there's actually quite a few new ones. A few of these weren't there beforehand. You can see that some of these are downloading. It's actually quite fun to go through a bunch of these, and I did have some of this one, set up as my lock screen, but I went back to that dynamic lock screen so I can see different wallpapers for you guys. So a lot of these ones here were there from before. A lot of the ones that you'll see here in the very front, these ones are actually all brand new. So this is actually my first time viewing these because these were all being downloaded. The next feature that is up is another setting that you can turn on, and it's the Eye Comfort Shield. So when you go inside of your display, when you take a look at Eye Comfort Shield, other than just turning it on, you can actually go through and you can make it adaptive. So this way it'll automatically adjust your screen's colors based on the time of day. You'll see minor adjustments during the day and significantly warmer colors at night. And you can also go through and you can set up a schedule for this if you want to, but I find that adaptive and Eye Comfort Shield actually does a pretty good job. After I've put on the adaptive, I really haven't seen a massive big difference or change when it comes down to the colors of the screen, watching YouTube, watching videos, playing with the camera, reading articles, playing games. It's something that's pretty minimal that would help out with your eye comfort, but it does not really make a big, massive difference for you to really notice it, making you wanting to go back and turn it off. And I just wanted to state that because it could be a deal where people are wondering if the Eye Comfort Shield is something that could interfere with what they're doing through the day, during the day and also during the night, and it actually does a fantastic job. Next up will be on the left-hand side. So when you take a look, originally we did have, Samsung Free and then a few other Samsung services from the past, and now you have the option for Google Discover. So Google Discover is one of those things that a lot of people really wanted. Now for me, you can keep it as Google Discover, which I did keep it as. You could also put it as Samsung Free. Really, when you tap on that Google icon, so over again here in this little widget right here, if I tap there, it's going to search, but if I tap on the Google icon, it's going to take me inside of Google Discover, and that's really where it takes you, right away. So if you wanted to have two different types of news, way to get things, you can actually select Samsung Free right there. So this way you go inside of Samsung Free, and then once you agree upon it, you can read different things than what you would normally do if you tap on this icon. But it's one of those cool things that, gives you the ability to switch. You can go back and forth, and if you don't want anything over on the left-hand side, what you can do do is you can just simply turn it off. So in this way, when you swipe left, there is nothing there. And then you just tap again on that Google icon. So in this way, you can go inside of Google Discover anyways. But it's there. People, you know, it was a big hype thing. A lot of people loved it. So it had to be in today's video. Feature number 8 is one of those that is a part of Samsung One UI 3.1, but it was introduced here on the Galaxy S21 series. Now, when you go inside of the devices, and then when you tap on this little button here called Smart Things. So inside of here, there is 2 things that I'm merging into one. And that's going to be automation and companion apps. So underneath automation, this is a way that if you wanted to, you can have things be automated in your house. So basically every morning, 7 a.m., my TV will turn on. So if you want to go through, you can set up your own stuff. This is actually something that was a part of Bixby, but they put it into its own separate little category because in this way it would probably be used more, and that is 100% correct. I don't really use Bixby routines or anything, but I am using this add automation. So if you can do it as a device status, member location, location mode, weather, time. So if the time, and then you put in a specific time frame, and let's just say that this is, you know, something that is correct, then you just choose what you want it to do. So you can control devices, you know, turn on the lights in the house, you can notify somebody, change this location's mode, things like that. So you can control devices if you want to. Now soon I'll have more devices coming here in the next couple days that I'd be able to control lights and things like that. So you just select what you would like to do, and then you just kind of go from there. So it's really a if-then situation when it comes down to all of the automations. Now, the other thing you can also do is companion apps. So with companion apps, you can do your, you can use your SmartThings devices and other applications. So again, let's just say we want to go with the clock. You can control TV, lighting, window treatment, air purifier, air conditioner. You can go through and set it up. Now, inside of this screen here, you can just set your time. You can do this whole sleep time mode. You can go inside of this bedtime thing. Here is the alarm, but really what we're talking about again is waking up with smart devices. Now, when you tap down here, I'd be able to select this option here. So what it'll do is it'll turn on my TVs, the one that is selected. Now, if we were to go right on back, I can set it up for the wake up, you know, basically Sunday through Saturday. Here's my alarm, snoozes, things like that. So because I don't need to set this one up through the companion apps, I already have it set up through automation. I just wanted to show you guys that inside of your Samsung SmartThings, make sure you guys go on the very top left-hand side, go to companion apps, automation. If you have anything that is smart related, anything like IoT, turning on your TVs, lights, things like that, it's going to be something to really maybe change your life. Every single time I wake up in the morning, I'm always up right around 7:15, 7:10, something like that. The TV is already turned on. Feature number 9 that I do want to throw in this video is talking again about automation, but this time to help you save battery. So what you're able to do is when you scroll down, you go inside of your battery and device care. On the very top right-hand side, this is where you go to automation, and this is where you can turn on adaptive power saving. So if you noticed in some of my past videos that it was inside of the power saving mode, it's not because I turn it on manually or anything like that. Once it is turned on, it'll help you save your battery when you're really not using the phone the most, or when you are using it, doing something in particular, and it knows that it can save you some more battery life without having it, you know, be 100% all the time. Then you're able to have this adaptive power saving turn on automatically for you. And once I had this one turned on, it saved a bunch of battery. So you notice that it was already turned off. But for the last 2 days, I wanted to turn it off to see if there was a difference. And in fact, you know, every single day when I'm using my phone, I've been noticing that it's been going down more than usual for the last 48 hours. And really it's because of this simple little toggle right here, adaptive power saving. Now, the last feature I want to cover today, I mean, we've already covered the cameras, the displays, the S Pen, so many different things. This phone has a massive battery. It has a ton of internal storage, a lot of RAM. So I do want to talk about the advanced storage screen. So if you scroll down, what you're going to do is you're going to head down to battery and device care. Inside of here, you want to go inside of your storage. Now, once you tap on storage on the very top right-hand side, you can actually go into advanced. Now, inside of advanced, you can just see everything that is in use. You can clean up your phone, do so many different things. So you can notice up here that there is 96.7 gigabytes used. The system memory is 31.9 gigabytes. I have 256 total. And then inside of here, you can just take a look at what is taking up, you know, the majority of all of your storage. So inside of here, you can go to photos and videos. And so when you go inside of photos and images, this is where you can take a look at some of the pictures, things like that. When it comes down to photos, you can see if it is disabled or not disabled when it comes down to cloud storage. storage, things like that. Music and audio, you can see that there's also some storage saved, 0.92 gigs on Spotify, 57 megabytes on YouTube Music. Bose Connect, auto disable. I mean, there's so many different things that you can go through and you can change. You can also search for items inside of music and audio as well. So if you have not played already with the storage, you do have this screen here, but the other screen is just one that's just a little bit more advanced because you're able to take a look at a whole bunch of different things. Inside of the normal storage, you can take a look at the images itself. When you tap on it, when you tap on videos, it's going to show you all of the videos. And then when you go inside of audio, it's going to show you basically everything that's stored on the phone, since pretty much everything is all streamed these days. So that was everything I wanted to show you, all the top 10 features when it comes down to the Galaxy S21 series. There's so many other things that we can cover, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that is really only found on this phone, or just something that kind of really pushes this phone to its limits and something that you might not have seen already. Now, I'll be covering this phone more and more in the future. You can also take a look at some past videos if you wanted to learn more and more of what this phone is also still capable of doing. So to close out today's video, I do want to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. Also a big thank you to you guys for watching this video. If you guys did like it, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe right over here in the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. Go ahead, give it a shot. Go check it out. You might like it. And I'll see you guys later.